Thank you for attending today's presentation, End of Day Audits. My name is Tony Schmidt, and I'll be here to guide you through the presentation. If at any time you have questions about this presentation, feel free to contact us by calling 1-800-309-8289 extension 1 or emailing us at membersupport@udigny.org. So let's begin. During this presentation, we will review the mandatory end-of-day audit transmission and how it will assist you in managing your membership. By the end of this discussion, we will cover what is an end-of-day audit, how the audit can help you with managing your membership, and how to contact us with questions. So let's begin with what is an end-of-day audit. The audit is a courtesy message sent to a member's email delivery address each night around midnight, and it will detail the previous day's transmission history. The audit also includes reminders, such as ticket totals and response due reminders. This is not a new feature. It has been mandatory, though, since 2022. So we hope this presentation may help everyone to understand the purpose and how they can help you manage your tickets. So when are end-of-day audits sent? They are automatically generated just after midnight, and then Exactix sends them to the member's destination email addresses. In most cases, this will be the very first transmission that you see in your email each morning. So where will I receive the end-of-day audit? The audit is sent directly to the same email address that your location requests deliver to. If you receive your location request by multiple deliveries, you're going to receive a copy of your audit in each of those deliveries. The end-of-day audit provides a lot of useful information, so let's start by reviewing each section. Starting at the top left corner, you will find the date and the time the audit was created, the day it was sent, and that it is sent from UDIG-NY. Please note this date is the transmission date and not the date the audit information is for. The service area ID is also included, and this will be helpful, especially if you manage several service areas. The next section is highlighted between two rows of stars, and it states Ticket Audit for Transmission On, and then it is followed by the date. The information on the audit is for this date. Immediately after the date stamp, you will find a listing of all the location request numbers for that audit date. Each location request number will be followed by a letter that represents the ticket type. For an example, E means emergency. The letter is then followed by a 4-digit number. This is a sequence number, and it shows the order in which they were transmitted to the destination for that day. Now all members use the sequence number. It's usually used by our service providers for the utility companies and their software systems. In the center of the audit, after the listing of location requests, you will find a breakdown of your transmission history for that specific day on the audit. The first column will report how many types of transmissions you had. And there's certain categories. There's 4 categories called retransmit, resent, cancel, and normal. The second column of the audit will list the location request history by type. This column will help you verify how many requests you received or how many types you received. Following these 2 columns, you will find another listing showing requests having responses due today. This list will show requests needing responses by the end of the workday. This section is only intended as a tool to help members avoid receiving late tickets. Sometimes people don't start until 7 a.m. or after, and most tickets are due by 7 a.m. So this is just a helpful tool and a reminder. The last section is called Delayed Responses Due Today. It displays location requests tagged with a code 55 and serves as a reminder that the code needs to be changed to either a cleared or a marked response. If you have no location request, you will even receive an end-of-day audit just letting you know there was no location request from the previous day. Even though audits start out active for all destinations, and it is mandatory, there are a couple of acceptable options available. So let's review those options. Members with multiple service areas whose requests go to the same delivery address will be able to choose from one of two options. Either a single message, so this means that members would receive one audit, and the audit would contain all the information for all the service areas for the delivery address on one end-of-day audit, or they can receive separate messages, one for each service area. We also have manager copies. Sometimes the end-of-day audit might be better served if it was sent directly to the member manager or the service area manager instead of just the delivery email. In these cases, upon request from the manager, we can send one copy of the audit to them directly to their email address. The manager can request the audit to be sent by contacting member support. And once the copy delivery has been set up, we're sorry, but it cannot be changed unless that manager leaves the company or their email domain changes. So now that we have talked about what an end-of-day audit is, let's discuss how you can use it to assist you with the day-to-day management of your membership. The email audit itself is a great tool, but it can also help you quickly determine if you have an email delivery issue. When members check their email daily, they'll be in the habit of seeing that end-of-day audit in their email each morning. If there's no audit, it alerts them that something could be wrong with their delivery. If the audit is not in the email, you'll want to first make sure that it did not go to spam, trash, or that it got blocked. But if you stop receiving the audit and it's not in your spam or your junk folder, please contact member services as soon as possible. We want to make sure that you are receiving all your tickets. Using the ticket listing on the audit can serve as a checks and balances against your Exactix dashboard. Sometimes we receive calls from members who see the request on their dashboard, but they didn't receive it in their email. Looking back on the audit is a great way to quickly determine if there are any transmission issues. Using the response due today section will assist those whose positive response contact may not start until 7 a.m. or after. Please remember, you do have up until the start date and time on the location of request to respond. This section does not mandate that you respond by the end of the day, but it's been put in place as a courtesy reminder to help point out that the request is due for 7 a.m. or earlier the next business day. So let's just quickly review what we have covered about end-of-day audits. When are end-of-day audits sent? At midnight or shortly after midnight. End-of-day audits are delivered to the destination email address. We are unable to change the time of the audit delivery as it is set up in our software system, and that is set up so it pulls the complete day's worth of tickets from the previous day before. And can audits be sent to multiple emails? The audit is associated with the email address that they are delivered to. If you have multiple destinations set up in your system, you will receive an audit for each destination. We're unable to forward a copy of an audit to a different email address, but managers can receive a copy of the audit to their direct email. And is there a fee for an audit? This is a question we often have, and there is no fee. It is a courtesy message sent by UDIG NY to help our members in checking whether they received all their location requests or that they responded to them on time. And here are a few times you may not receive your audit. If your system has blocked or spammed our ticket delivery email address, your destination was deactivated due to a request change in your delivery, an Exactix transmission failure. This has not happened to us yet, but just in case, if we do have a system failure, there could be a chance that the audits won't be created. Audits should be used as a resource for checking that your deliveries and responses are up to date. but it should not be used as a document for official auditing purposes. If you did not receive your audit, please check your spam or trash. If you did not find the audit in these folders, please contact member support as soon as possible. Please do not wait. We are happy to work with you to prevent unnecessary late tickets and fees. And you can find information such as manuals and guides, videos, and support desk on our website. And going to the resources and checking on the myudigny.org at the top right corner of the website. And member service is available for assistance Monday through Friday between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. You can contact us by visiting myudigny.org. You can also contact us by phone, 1-800-309-8289 extension 1, or our email is membersupport@udigny.org. We hope this presentation has assisted in answering questions about end-of-day audits, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us. Thank you.